Hey, hello everyone. Back with another chat for Sunday. So yeah, regular thing now. Just gonna have a drink. So, how's everyone doing? Um, what's been going on here? Not a lot really. It's been a very quiet week this week because all the videos that I got posted out this week and next week I've already done. But yeah, there's a lot doing this week. So I'm going to be doing issue 6 of the Enterprise build. I think that's stage 19, and there's going to be 2 videos on stage 19. A normal video that I normally do, and then an unedited version. That's going to be fun because it's going to be a bit of a nightmare, I believe. And a few people have asked me that would like to see me to see what it's like unedited. So that's what I'm going to do. Had a nice week off from YouTube, but back now. Hi, Mark. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to just walk away sometimes and have a breather away from it because it can get on top of you. I think a lot of people don't realise the pressure of it. Like you're having to do this and you get bits and you get a bit fuddled up. But it's nice to just step away and just have that time away. It's really nice. But I am back now after having that time away. Though I did do the alien build, I was doing some bits, but not like I'm doing now. But yeah, it is nice to have a bit of time away from it because it can get a bit stressful. But yeah, so next week, not this week, coming the week after, I will have a delivery of the Alien build and the Robocop. So there'll be some new Robocop content on the channel. Jay, right? How's everything going? Yeah, going good here. Can't complain. But yeah, so not next week. The week after, I'm putting in an order. That will get me the Alien build up to issue 2021 and the Robocop up to issue 4. I will release a video once a week on the Robocop and obviously on the Alien build, but Patreons, you'll get those videos straight away. But yeah, that's what I'll have. I'm having major problems with the Enterprise. Not had a delivery for 3 months. Issue 7 is out of stock. Do you know what? I haven't had a problem with the Enterprise build. I've got up to issue 8. I think issue 9 is due at some point. But actually, I haven't had a problem. The only problem I have had, which is what was brought up on World of Wayne, was the deliveries are really quick. So obviously, I found out why, and it was because they're on a payment plan of every 21 days. So they take payment every 21 days. So that's why I seem to be getting them really quickly. It's like, you normally you'd wait a month, but it's been like very quick with issues coming out. But yeah, I've got up to issue 8. So I think I've got 9 coming, and I think people who pre-ordered up to issue 10. So yeah, I'm on par with everybody else, but I haven't had a problem with the Enterprise build. But I know, like I said, with you, Mark, I know a lot of people that haven't had a delivery in, like you're saying, in about 3 months. I did have a problem, though. It was a very small problem, but it was a problem where they didn't take any money from me. It was only about a week, and they kept saying, "Oh, it just keeps trying," and they said this for about 3 or 4 days. In the end, I changed my bank details, even though they were the same as before, and payment was taken straight away. I don't know what the problem was. Eaglemoss don't know what the problem was, but it seemed to sort it after I redone my bank details. It was weird. Also having problems with the DeLorean. Been waiting issue 42 for a month as well. I know they put out a message, I think it was this week or last week, saying that the DeLorean, everything except the Enterprise was going to be delayed. I did see that. I think I posted it on the Enterprise build group, but it is on Eaglemoss's customer service page that every single, even all of their new releases and their release dates, including their Star Trek Universe line and stuff like that, the Marvel figurines, all been out of whack completely, and they've all been pushed back. But they did say they've got. It's weird because Eaglemoss said they've got up to issue 30 of the Enterprise build, so there shouldn't be a problem. Now I don't know whether that means issue 30 or stage 30, because issue 30 would mean they've got everything near enough completed. It didn't make any sense. I think they meant stage 30, not issue 30. It was weird, but yeah, I know they've been having major problems. But like I said, I don't know what the matter is with the Enterprise build. Some people seem to be getting it. Other people seem to be waiting, like yourself, a long time. Loads of people said that. I think you said it as well, didn't you, Mark, just a minute ago? Issue 7, but I got it fine. I don't know why some people seem to be getting the issues fine and other people are waiting. It's just weird. Though, like I said, the logistic problems at the moment are a bit of a pain. Jay, I'm hoping to be back on the 18th of September. Good. Going to try the Reliant video and see how it feels. Yeah, take it slow. Take it slow. It seems Eaglemoss jumps on any global problem out there. Yeah, I remember before that they said, I think they were going to blame it on Brexit before, and they've announced the pandemic. I know that there is global shipping problems at the moment. But to be fair, I've ordered stuff online and it's turned up fine. I've not had to wait any longer than normal. So I don't know what it is. I know Royal Mail are short of drivers at the moment. That's the 600s and the Arctic ones. But apart from that, there don't seem to be much. Like, everything seems to be moving in. I don't know. Like, globally, I think a lot of stuff, because all this stuff comes from China and places like that, I think they're just having major problems at the minute. But Eaglemoss seems to be suffering more than most. Though I do believe Agora are having problems. That's what I mean. Yeah. Even when I ordered my French stuff, my last lot that came, which was about a month or two ago, it came fine. I had no problem. It actually took 3 days to get here from France. I had no problem. So I don't know what the issue is. And like I said, I'm going to be ordering again in a few weeks' time. In 2 weeks' time, another French bundle, and I'm going to order quite a bit in, so that keeps me going. But yeah, I know Fan Home are expecting delays. That is why each issue at the moment is every 2 weeks, up to issue 8 on the Dodge Charger. Just so they've got enough stock in, I think, to weather us through, because issue 8, sorry, will be near December time. So, and then it's every week if it doesn't sort itself out, sort of thing. Just had notification that the last for my X-Wings on the way, so I can finally finish the model. Oh, the X-Wing, yes, that one seemed to dissipate very quickly, didn't it? A lot of people were very hyped about it, and then it was like it disappeared, and like people were like, oh, I've still, even World Wayne, he was like, oh, I've still got the X-Wing, and everyone was like, oh, and do you know what? I forgot about that. But yeah, it's coming to an end. I know there's been some issues with that in terms of the wings going up and getting the issues and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's nice when they finally finish. The Ecto must be nearly finished as well now. The Ecto one and the Bismarck, they both must be nearly finished now. My link came from France to me as no problems. Yes, so I don't. I know that Eaglemoss get deliveries in bulk. I understand that, but like Jay said, I've not had a problem in getting my issues from France. They seem to come really quickly. So the slowest arrived Citroen, yeah, that's because it has to go to Italy, doesn't it? And then France, then on to us. So yeah, that's understandable. That never dealing with the Agostini or model space again. Don't worry about the Agostini because I think most of the good stuff, which is all the filming stuff, is coming out through Fan Home. So yeah, a model space. I don't know what the hell's going on with them. The problem is as well. You say the Agostini and model space. People obviously they're called another name in France, but people don't have a problem with them over there. It only seems to be here that people have like the big problems with. I do admit though there is a lot of stuff on their website that is out of stock. A lot of stuff. So, but yes, I'm finally getting on with my Robocop build. Like I said, I like to order these, not order an issue at a time, but to order like a bulk order. It's better on the postage to do that for me, really, because because I think it's €10 delivery, and then it adds €1 for each additional issue. So it works out cheaper doing a bulk or bigger order. That's what I'm doing. I'm hoping to get up to issue 20 of the Alien build, or even more if I can. So that would be issue 14 to 20, and then issue 2 to 4 of the Robocop build. I'm waiting for that lot to come through so I can then do those videos and that and put them out to the patrons and that. But yeah, so I am going to be tackling stage 19 of the Enterprise build. I'm going to roll my sleeves up and get cracking on that and get really bogged down on that because, like I said, lots of people have seen. I've also I'm going to try and see if I can fix the Cobra head because there's obviously a gap between the two. And lots of people have said there's ways to do it. I've seen some. I'm going to have a right crack at that to see if I can rectify it so there isn't a gap. Though the gap is very small, there's still a gap there. That seemed to be... so Hachette, obviously they've brought out the Warhammer Imperium. Now, the reason they brought that out, and the reason we haven't got any other builds, is because Warhammer is a UK company, and all the models and the paints they're all produced here in the UK. So nothing is brought in from overseas or anything, like with their other builds. So all their other builds are done in normally by IXO, and then they're shipped from there to us from China and all that. But actually all the models and the paints, like I said, is all done here in the UK for Warhammer. So they don't get them from anywhere else. So I think that's why they've decided to bring it out, because there's no sort of customs or anything. It's all done here. So but yeah, we'll get on to all the new builds and bits in a minute. I did mention it on a Patreon video, but if you're not Patreon, we'll run through it now. Model space are shit. Sorry, the problems I had with them, the Fiat ones is beyond the joke. They've had X amount of problems. It's just, it's very bad at the minute. Screwed up my account. Yeah, France and the Agostini is fantastic. Yeah, exactly. They're the company that is in France and Italy are fine. It just seems to be our end. It's just, yeah. Hi, Stuart. I'm on issue 55 of RTD2. Got told last week there was a problem with the model space, with the payment system and banking. There's lots of play. I think model space you're getting a bashing tonight along with Eaglemoss. Hi, Burgers. How's everything? So going back to Hachette. Now, obviously, everyone wanted the Eddie Stobar and the Hogwarts Express. The last I heard about them when I was chasing them up was that they've both been cancelled. When I asked why, they said there wasn't enough interest. The problem that they had with that was that it was like this time last year that they trialed it, that they done a test run, and it was just after we had a lockdown, and it was literally just before we went into another lockdown. And I think the pandemic hurt it badly, and I think that's why it didn't sell very well. But when the numbers are not there, they won't bring it out. But never say never, because the moon lander, the Apollo moon lander that they brought out, Hachette have done it, the Agostini have done it, and a few other companies have. It's all gone around. It's never been released, but all these other companies have sort of brought it out. So it is there. So there is a chance that they may come out in the future. But as it stands, they're not. Yeah. Hachette do a test run in lockdown. But they did, didn't they? It was September last year that they came out for a test run, both of them. And though they were quite good, a lot of people were very excited for them. The numbers weren't there, so it frightened them, I think. And I think the ongoing thing with the virus and with Brexit, because if you don't know, we left last December, and then there's a lull period for a year, and then everything goes up or whatever this December, so expect probably more delays as well. So I think they're trying to figure out what they can do their end. But they are supposed to be testing this month the Starsky and Hutch. As soon as I get the information of where the test areas are for that, I will let everybody know. But that's from Hachette. We'll see how that goes through test. Monospace took no charge last month. Then got an email saying the payment failed. Called and gave them info again. Nothing. No charge so far this month. It's not looking good. Hogwarts. Oh, Huggard. That's a typical response. And yeah. Problem. Hope you get this sorted. Yeah, we it's good that we've got the community here because we can help each other. But yeah, they're not very. It's all standard email stuff that they send out. I mean, like with the fan home. So when they started up, I contacted them and they were very, very helpful with me, and I helped them as well by saying, whatever. I said I would like to go in. I'd like to build one of their models for my channel, and they said that the numbers weren't there for my channel. That's fair enough. But since then, I've been in constant contact with them, and it was completely out of the blue, the shop, because the news agents, because they said they were never going to do that. But they must have had it planned for a long time to do that. I don't know. It's not saying that they've just gone, oh, we're going to do that. It would have been planned for a while. So yeah, I don't understand why that was never mentioned or anything. Even sometimes now, if you mention, is it out in the news agents? Sometimes the response you get is it's not coming out or it's not out yet. So, but anyway, I've contacted them, and the information that I got is that that all of their collections will eventually make it to news agents. So that's the response that I got. I don't know when, but they did say that they would be out of the news agents. So I'm waiting for the Iron Man, because I'm going to start collecting that from the news agents, which is hopefully going to be this year or beginning of next. And I'll get on that. Yeah, but you saying about Hachette as well, the alien build. They haven't tested it here, meaning they won't bring it out without a test run. I was expecting them to do a test run this year, but as far as I'm aware, they haven't. But yeah, also as well about the Hogwarts and the Eddie Stobart truck is, even though Hachette haven't brought them out, Agora could potentially bring them out, couldn't they? Still. Yeah, so bringing out the stuff from Hachette. Hachette tested it. They said there wasn't enough interest there, but Agora could come along and take that, couldn't they? They could go, oh, we'll do that instead. I'm glad I didn't do the Iron Man, as you don't get much. Yeah, they stretch out, but the Robocop's the same. It's done by the same company, and it literally has the same sort of pieces. So obviously we've got the helmet, which is less parts than the Iron Man helmet, and it doesn't even light up. And the fingers are put on exactly the same way. So you're screwing in like 2 or 3 bits of the fingers, and then putting a hand on, and then putting the glove bit over and screwing it together, exactly how the Iron Man is done. But yeah, it's done it's the same scale and done the exact same way. So I'm expecting issue 26, just like with the Iron Man, to be 1 finger, because they do like pushing them out. But they are only 100 issues, and remember, the Iron Man has been extended 40 extra issues to include the battle damage sections. So yeah. Hi Andrew, I've heard that there might be problems getting the Spitfire after 78. I think do you know what? I think a lot of these companies are going to start having problems now going forward. In saying that, I think issue 20 or 21 of the Alien build was pushed back a week as well. There was obviously it comes out weekly in France, but there was a week where it never came out, and they pushed the dates forward. So there was a week where there was no issue out because of supply problems, I would imagine. But yeah. But that, you're saying about the parts, there's not a lot of parts. In some of the Alien parts, there's not a lot to do. There is at the start. And obviously I've completed the head now. But I think after that, there's not a lot in each issue going forward. The parts are a little bit bigger, I think, but there's not a lot. It's a bit like the Terminator. You know, there was times when there wasn't a lot of that. But you're right, Mark. The pieces you get with the Iron Man are small. You know, there is one issue coming out which is just a part, and you don't even have to screw it in. You just get the part. There's no screwing. There's no doing. I don't know how all that works really without doing anything in an issue. So shipping globally has been scratched this year. Yeah, some things are bound to break. Yeah, because ships and stuff had to be in certain locations. So there's a lot of containers where they shouldn't be. And I believe in China there's a shortage of containers. So they've got the ships, they've got all the parts, they haven't got enough containers to put them in. So it's like a logistical nightmare getting the containers back to them, and then, you know what I mean? So I think there's just going to be just problems going forward. But yeah, I just think there's going to be some big problems going forward for the foreseeable future. Anyway, at least until the end of this year, which is a pain. But yeah, I've seen the Spitfire. Are you building the base now on the Spitfire? Because that's got to be quite big as well, isn't it? Because it's got the mechanism that moves it around. So when does the Agora Routemaster and all that, when do they start shipping that? Because I know I think there was a delay on the Terminator, wasn't there? Because obviously people who collected it from newsagents and Hachette obviously finished before Agora, but I know that there was a time when Agora was going to finish before them. So yeah, I'd like to turn around and say, oh, it's all going to get better. I can't say that because I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of problems globally. But like I said, I've ordered stuff from France and it's come within 3 days here, so there can't be that much of a problem. But obviously, when you're dealing with bulk or bigger orders, I suppose there is a kind of problem there. But like I said, I know that I said previously in the thing that I know Eaglemoss definitely are having problems shipping out and stuff. Hachette don't seem to have a problem at the minute. They seem to be quite good. A fan home, I'm not too sure on the subscription side of it, but I know people are getting their subscriptions fine. But obviously, in the newsagents, issues are coming out every 2 weeks instead of weekly. But that changes after issue 8. So issue 8 comes out, and then issue 9 the following week. But until then, it's every 2 weeks, which I never knew about. I thought it was just going to come out every week, and then it was like, oh no, it's every 2 weeks. So, oh. But yeah, but I don't know about Agora. It's I've never really got into Agora because there's nothing that they're doing that I want to build. If you know what I mean. I mean, I've done the Route Master, brilliant Route Master, but it does suffer from electrical problems. No issues with delivery. Yeah, exactly. Hachette don't seem to be having any problems. Like Andy just said, don't seem to be having any problems with their deliveries, but everywhere else seems to be, which is strange. But I do expect them to have some sort of problem soon. And we had it obviously with the Terminator, so we know that there can be problems going forward with that. But yeah, like I said, I don't know what the problems are. If there's any problems with Agora, I'm not too sure, but I know some people said that they've had problems getting it. What issue are the Eleanor up to now? Because that's something else that's some people were building, and I haven't seen anyone post a video to that for a while. I think Wayne's the only person I've seen, but once again, I haven't seen a video posted from himself for the Eleanor for a while. The Bismarck must be nearly finished now, is it? It's got to be. It's got to be finished now. A couple of more issues left. I see Berger sent us a message saying, actually, it was a video actually of someone that had finished the Bismarck in France. So, few issues with the X-Bin, but seems sorted. Not impressed with the build neither. Yeah, lots of people, like I said earlier on, lots of people have not been impressed with the X-Wing at all. I think there was a problem with the electrics, wasn't there, with the wings? And then I think there's been problems with the deliveries, though you said that seems sorted now. But I know that there was problems with deliveries on there. And yeah, people just weren't impressed with it. Yeah, there's a lot of paperwork to fill in now. I know Eaglemoss got caught out by that very early on when we left, and they were having problems with the Enterprise build, I do believe, and that's why we were given a stage 3, because they said an issue, but it was actually a stage in an issue. So instead of paying 42, you paid 32 or something like that, and it missed out an issue, didn't it? That was because they had problems with it at the start shipping out because of the paperwork. But yeah, there's a lot of paperwork to deal with now, so I'm wondering whether that's also put a bit of a dent in. They haven't got the drivers, there's more paperwork, and there's not enough containers around. So yeah, 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 it is what it is, isn't it? So Germany, it was up to issue for 131, not quite finished. Yeah, how many issues is it? I thought it was only, was it 140, isn't it? 140 issues. Stuart, I've just had issue 9 on Eleanor. Oh right, okay, so you're up to issue 9. Yeah, it's strange because a lot of people were posting videos, and I haven't seen anyone post any videos to it for a while. I'm just wondering what's happened. 140-ish. Yeah, so there's so there's still actually quite a way to go. So there's what, 10, if he's up to 131, so there's 9 weeks left maybe, if it goes up to 140. So there's still a fair way to go on that Bismarck. I know it was like wasn't it like a 3-year build or something? It was like 6 or 7 months longer than other builds were going to be. It was nearly 3 years. I know that. Or yeah, or thereabouts. But yeah. So what's going to be happening on the channel? So this week I'm doing 2 episodes of the Enterprise build. They've already been uploaded to YouTube. They'll just be released. So Monday, Tuesday, you'll get Enterprise Stage 16 and 17. That'll be Monday, Tuesday. Wednesdays, issue 10 of the Alien build. Or is it issue 9? I can't remember. It's one of them ones. They're all on there. Up to issue 13's on YouTube. Obviously, patrons have seen that up to issue 13. But yeah, they're already on YouTube, so they'll be this week. And then on, I'm trying to think now. Thursday's going to be an unboxing. So someone who doesn't want to be named sent me some more issues of the Alien. I've actually gone through it, and I need issue 1, and I've got enough to build another Alien up to issue 12. So yeah, amazing. But yeah, I'm going to do an unboxing video on that. Friday is obviously my live Patreon video that I've been doing. It's similar to this sort of style, and then Saturday would just be a gaming video. It's the Division 2, if you've ever played Division 2. So that's what's happening on the channel this week. What's coming up on the channel? Loads are coming up. I've got loads of stuff stored. Hashtag Germany only has instructions up to issue 134 online. Well, since the last update. Yeah. They don't like updating it too soon, do they? It's really weird. I don't know why they don't just tell us what's in each issue the whole way through and how it's all built the whole way through. There's nothing stopping them. Yeah, it all seems to be a bit sort of secretive. Yeah, that's the only thing I have with the Enterprise build is it doesn't tell you on the Enterprise build, it doesn't tell you what comes in the next issue or the next pack like it does with the Ecto build. So you can't really tell what's coming. I know, it is what it is. Division 2 is great. Yeah. So that video will be Saturday. I'm going to do some more Division 2 because it's a game that I played a lot, and then stopped, and I've gone back into it again. But yeah, I did it. My brother bought the DLC pack for it, the New York pack. I never did that, but I have gone back into playing it. But the Division is really good. Yeah, it's a very good game. So yeah, that's Saturday. But like I said, there's stuff to look forward to. So like I said, I'm going to be doing issue 19, stage 19 of the Enterprise build this week. There's going to be like the normal edited version, and then at some point I will do the unedited version, where it's probably going to be quite blue. There's probably going to be a lot of shouting and swearing. But a lot of people have asked me they would like to see a video of me. There must be someone asked me there must be times when you swear or something doesn't go in. And I said yeah, but I edit those sort of things out, and they said they would love to see it unedited, and I think the stage 19 is probably the best one to do it on. So there was going to be 2 issues of stage 19, but yeah, there's that to come. Also as well, in a couple of weeks I will be going to the Buckinghamshire Railway Centre. So they've got a load of steam engines there. We're going for the steam day. I'm going to do a video on all of that. That'd be cool. So yeah, I'll be doing a video on that at the Buckinghamshire Railway Centre. If you've ever been or seen it, it's in Quainton. It's like in the middle of nowhere, but they have lots of steam trains there, and we're going on a steam day, so we know they're definitely running. And we're going to have a day out there, and I'm going to do a video on that. Andy, what did you think of CM Punk's first match against Darby Allin? Good, but yeah, well, we discussed this on my Dan and Kev's Wrestling Talk show. We discussed this. I they copied a lot of the stuff from the 1-2-3 Kid and Bret Hart match that happened on Raw. But yeah, we discussed that on there on that. But yeah, it was good. Yeah, All Out was a very good pay-per-view. But yeah, so getting back on track. So yeah, we're going there. There's a lot of steam trains. There's a train museum there as well. And I'm going to do a big video on that. So I'd love you to all check that out. That'd be cool. Also, as well, in November, I am off to Milton Keynes, and I'm going there, and we are going to the Sci-Fi and Film Museum there. So I will be doing a video on my trip there. There's also a robot restaurant there. I think it's called Robotica or something like that. I can't remember. But it's a restaurant that's run completely by robots. So they have robot waiters come up to you. You give the order to the robot, it goes off and he comes back with it. It's all very cool. They've got lots of robots there. They've got a machine there where you get your drinks and you push it into like the table and it fills it up from underneath. So how cool is that? So we're going to be doing that as well when I go to Milton Keynes. So that's all on the same day, but I'm going to be doing different videos on that. And then next year, I plan on going to a lot of museums, like the Transport Museum in London, Natural History in London, and I'll be doing videos on them as well. Duxford, all that sort of stuff. I'll be doing lots of videos on that. So they're all to come. This year, though, we've got the Buckinghamshire Railway, which is I'm going there in a couple of weeks' time. So if anyone's been there and they want me to check out something or take a look at something, let me know, and I will look into that a bit more for people who want a bit more in-depth look at that. And then obviously I'm going to the Sci-Fi Film Museum in November in Milton Keynes, which has just opened. It was supposed to open, I think it was supposed to open in June, July, but it's literally only just opened. And we're going to go up there and take a look around and do a video on that, because it's all got cool stuff there. So they've got original props there from things like the Labyrinth, Back to the Future, Black Hole, Star Wars, everything there. But yeah, they've got original props there, stuff from Star Trek, Star Wars, Stargate, all that sort of stuff. So it'll be a really cool day out. I'm gonna be doing that. I might be in London in November for the Twitch London meetup. Oh right, okay, that'd be cool. London's not too far from me. Also, as well, I plan at some point, if Boris lets me into the country. Yeah, well, they've just announced the scrapping of the passport, the vaccine passport. So they were going to bring in this passport vaccine thing, so you could go to concerts, nightclubs, and gaming venues and places like that. But they've just scrapped it, so that isn't happening. So I would imagine you'll be all right coming here. But yeah, I'll be going also doing the Harry Potter tour at some point, and I'll be doing a video on that. So there's a lot planned. Also next year I am doing lots of conventions. And this year and last year I've not been to any. And yeah, normally we do quite a few a year, and I haven't been to any this year or last year. So I'll be doing videos when I go to them as well next year. So MCM, London Film and Comic Con, I plan on going to. Collectomania in Milton Keynes. All these, I love the smaller Comic Cons. I do like the smaller ones because you can get to talk to the guests quite close, and there's not a lot of pressure there. And it's just a nicer atmosphere at the smaller one. So I like going to them. So I hope everyone likes the videos that I'm going to be putting out on them. But yeah, videos that I'm going to be making this week. Like I said, Stage 19. I'm also going to be reviewing a Harley Quinn statue that I've got. Smaller ones are better for our little lady. Yeah. So the bigger ones, our youngest doesn't like them. There tends to be lots of people there, and it's just more calmer when there's not, you know, it's a nicer atmosphere, the smaller ones, and we do tend to go to quite a lot of them. So yeah, I'll be doing videos on all of them when I go to them. Also as well, I'm going to be recording a review on my Transformers. So on my Patreon video on Saturday, because it was supposed to be Friday, but it was Saturday, I showcased one of them. I have done a review video on it on my channel, but I'm going to redo a few of the videos that I did before. And there's loads of stuff coming out next year as well. I'll be doing maybe getting some Playmobil bits. So my Playmobil videos that I've been doing on YouTube have got me the most views. The Star Trek one that I did, which you see me just talking about the pre-order of the Star Trek Enterprise Playmobil coming out, I think it's got something like 14,000 views. I mean, it's crazy. So I'm going to do some more of them because they seem to be quite popular. So I'm going to do more of them. Also as well, Playmates are bringing out Star Trek figures, which I used to play with as a kid. So I'm going to be getting them again when they come out and having a look. So there's lots coming out. There's lots. I've got a lot of stuff to do, and a lot of stuff to record. I can't wait, really. But yes, I think it's not next Sunday. The Sunday after is when I go to the Buckinghamshire Railway Centre, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. The old steam trains, the old diesel trains are all there. They've got a museum there with them all in. You can tour the garages where they repair and fix them up. They've got a massive model railway there. They've also got a little miniature railway, and you can ride the steam trains all day for free up and down the line, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to get a lot of videos in there. I haven't been. I can't believe it's literally only up the road from me, and I haven't been. But I'm going. One shipping issue. Dock workers, most in China getting COVID, shutting down the ports. Yeah. There's just lots of problems with everything at the moment. Still, you know, the virus still hasn't gone away, and in most countries it's still there and it's causing problems. But yeah, there's still problems there. But yeah, I think with the I mean, there's like I said, there's a lot in France that hasn't come out here yet. Obviously, the Robocop there. You've got the Alien build, which I'm surprised hasn't come out or even been tested yet here. But when they do a test, there's always a big gap. It's weird. So this is what I'm gonna come down on how it all works, because it's strange how they do it all. So when they tested the Spitfire, it took 6 months from them to test it for them to release it. That's how quick it was. It was very, very quick. But the Routemaster, they tested it, and when they brought it out, it took 18 months for them to release it as a full build. 18 months. It was a long time. A lot of people thought it'd been cancelled, and then it came out. So that's the sort of ratio you're sort of dealing. Normally, it's about 12 months. So normally after you get the so if the Hogwarts Express and the Eddie Stobart truck were greenlit, effectively they should have be out or be coming out. But like I said, I'm very, very surprised that Hogwarts Express didn't do too well, because I thought that was the most popular one out of the two. But yeah, like Mark said, who does part work test runs during COVID or pandemic? No one. They were the only ones crazy enough to do that, and obviously it suffered. And now we're not getting the Hogwarts Express. But like I said, never say never, because there's been many times when they've told me something's not coming out, and then it comes out. So they could still come out. But if it was going to come out, we would have heard something at least by now. I would have thought at least. But yeah, I was having an iron about the Hogwarts Express, and with the room, I think it works out slightly bigger than the Bismarck. That's how long it is. And I just haven't got the room to put it. I'd love it, but I just haven't got the room to build it. So it's one of those ones that if I do get enough room, I will build it if it comes out. That's if it comes out. But like I said, if they don't, I always thought like if the Eddie Stobart truck didn't do very well and the Hogwarts Express, why doesn't Agora pick them two up? I mean, they've picked up most of the stuff from Hachette anyway, so it would make sense. But so does anyone also know what the next IXO model is going to be? Has there been any more hints about that? Because I know Burgess told me that Wayne teased it and said that there's one coming out, but you couldn't tell us what it was. And then I shared some pictures on my Patreon on what it could be. And the only two that haven't come out that were previewed at IXO in 2019 were the Morris Minor and the Nissan NSX. Is that right? I think that's what it is. It's the Nissan NSX. And I think it's that one that's going to come out because it fits right into that spot. So the NSX came out, I think it was in 1994, which is the same sort of year when the Peugeot that they're doing. So it fits in nicely. So yeah, NSX, that's it. NSX, yeah, that's it. Nissan NSX. Just don't say it really quickly. They need to test the whole UK, not just some obscene towns that engage the reaction. I know, it's just, yeah, no idea why they test certain areas. It's an absolute pain why they do that. Though, if they do, now I found this out through my newsagent guy, who's just absolutely fantastic. So if they do test a certain area and you can find out about it, your newsagents can order them in, even if you're outside the test area. All they've got to do is ring up and those orders, and they will put that issue, and they will be able to get that issues for you. Did you know? I didn't know this, but after talking to my newsagent guy, I found this out. So even if you're not in the test area and it comes out, you can ask your newsagents to get it in. That's cool, huh? What is happening with the Agostini? All their bills seem to be outside. I know. I would love to tell you that. I'd love to go. I know what's happening. I have no idea what's going on with the Agostini. Is it the Honda? I thought it was a Nissan. You're probably right. It is a Honda. But it is the NSX that's coming out. But like I said, I don't know if it's going to be that or the Morris Minor, but those two builds were teased or were shown at IXO as part works. So it could be either one of them. But yeah, I don't know. I'd love to be able to tell you what's the matter with the Agostini. I know that the sci-fi and the film stuff and the cult stuff and all that sort of stuff is now moving over to Fan Home. And obviously when the Robocop is done, that will be released by Fan Home here. But in terms of their cars and their ships, I still think it's Model Space, but 90% of their stuff is out of stock. I don't know how. Well, I keep seeing adverts for them on Facebook, or I keep getting emails saying they've got a sale on, but when you go and check, it's all out of stock. I don't know why they do that. Though it's a bit like Argos. So over here, Burgess, you might not know of this. There's the catalogue company called Argos, where you put in a little some numbers. Some guy goes out the back and grabs it. But Argos do this, so they do a big sale, and then all the items that are in their sale are all out of stock. And then we found this out quite well, for quite a while they've done this, where you go, oh look, it's in the sale. Oh, it's out of stock, and it's out, and it's really annoying because it's out of stock, and then when the sale ends, it's miraculously in stock again. Yes, Honda NSX, the Mark One is the best looking. I would love the Muggy Traveller would look great next to the Renault and Citroen. Yeah, that would look really nice, but I think the Morris is a Hachette build. That's what I was told. But the Honda NSX, no one knew about. It was just displayed there. It was down as a part work, but it was just displayed. No one knew anything about it. It's also, as well, it's worth looking up this. So if when the Nuremberg Toy Fair happens, which is the biggest toy fair in the world, so you've got the toy fair that happens in New York. There's two that happen here in the UK, but the Nuremberg one, it lasts, I think it's for 3 weeks. It's on for 3 or 4 weeks, and it's huge, the biggest one in the world, where they showcase all the brand new stuff coming out and all their other stuff, and a lot of modelers are there. IXO showcase all the part works, and they always have a video up on YouTube or pictures all over Facebook. And when it's on, if you message them on Facebook and stuff like that, they will message you back with stuff and tell you what's coming out. So yeah, I know Argos. It's like a second home in the UK, isn't it, to you? But yes, they obviously follow the Agora model. I mean the Agostini model, because yeah, they do have sales on, and when you look, you go, oh, I'd love that unit to buy, and it's out of stock when the sale's on. Literally the day the sale ends, there's loads in stock. I think that's the Agostini as well. There's even a small Argos agent when I was a kid. Oh right, okay. Yeah, there's small ones about this. They're not about like they used to be. I think they're all in like the Sainsbury's now. What do you think about the Enterprise D from Eaglemoss? Obviously, what do I think about it? Obviously, I'm a massive Star Trek fan. I can't believe it's taken. I've said this before. Can't believe it took this long for them to do a part work. Though, when you talk to Ben Robinson, if you don't know him, follow him on Twitter. He is the head guy at Eaglemoss. So 90% of the stuff that Eaglemoss does comes from his brain. But he said that the Enterprise D build was it was a 5-year project. It's come out now, but it had been planned for 5 years, which is amazing, isn't it? It's just, yeah, they've been thinking, designing, and doing it all for the last 5 years. And because when it came out, I think he tweeted that it was 5 years work paying off, and it's done really well. And also as well, he has mentioned he done a video with Irish Trekkie where he said if it does very well, then they will do more. And they were like, oh, so what one will you do? And he said it would be the motion picture Enterprise. So the version that was in the motion picture, the refit, the TOS Enterprise refit. Don't know why he went for that one or why he didn't do the A. A lot of people have mentioned that they'd love to do Voyager and the Defiant. So, and it still has mods. What's that one? All the windows. Oh, I think when it's done, right, I'm going to have nightmares on Windows, because yeah, it is an absolute nightmare. It's really weird as well because the test run of that never had those little windows. The windows how they are on the neck of the Enterprise, which are already on the plastic, and you just push it up. That's how they were originally on the saucer section. Why they chose to change it and give you individual ones, God only knows. That is the Eaglemoss enigma, you know. Voyager and DS9 are my childhood. Yeah. I think Deep Space Nine would be too big. if you know what I mean. I think a Defiant is very basic, but a Voyager, definitely a Voyager. Enterprise from Star Trek Enterprise, yeah, I'd do that as well. But I'm surprised they haven't said they're going to do Discovery. That would probably be the next thing I would say if they were going to do more. I know they said the one from the motion picture, but with them pushing the newer stuff, I would expect them to do Discovery. And I know that is a Marmite series, Star Trek Discovery. You either love it or you hate it. I love it. Love all Star Trek. But yeah, because of its popularity at the moment and with it being on the TV, it would make sense for them to do Discovery. But I'd love Voyager, especially with the nacelles moving up. And I think there would be a lot more there for doing stuff in terms of part work wise and building than there would be with the other ones. But I wouldn't say no to doing another one. I don't know what my wife would say though. One's enough. No. But yeah, the Playmates who originally done the Star Trek figures are obviously doing them again, and I'm getting them next year. But they would be, I can't wait to get them because I had lots of them when I was a kid. I had the bridge and all the model ships as well. I'd love them to do all them again. But yeah, they have announced that they're doing the figures. I'm going to get them. I'm going to be reviewing them on the channel. But yeah. So I've gone through what's happening this week. Gone through what's happening this year as well. I'm going to be recording. Like I said, I can't wait. I'll go into Quayton. Can't wait to go there. Disco would be a garden furniture. Not a fan of Discovery. Not a fan. It's the same with Picard. I know a lot of people didn't like Picard when it came out. I don't think you'd be able to sneak them behind the TV. So we'd have to move furniture around. That's not a no. Oh, I mean DS9 would be gone. Yeah, Disco, but yeah, DS9. Yeah, I think. I mean, where would you put it? How big would it be? Because it would have to be a considerable size. And where would you place it? I mean, I have trouble placing. I've got the obviously I collected all the Eaglemoss ships, and I have Deep Space Nine, and it's one of those ones a bit like the K7 and the and Earth Space Stock. It's one of those shapes where it just takes up quite a lot of room. So why are you as bad with Star Trek as World of Wayne? What do you mean? I'm a massive Star Trek fan. In fact, for my videos, especially with issue 19, I've got another uniform. So I've got a command one, which I've worn a few times. But I thought, well, as we're building it, I've got to get engineering right. So I've got a gold uniform, and I'm going to roll up the sleeves and get going on that. But that's going to be. I'll probably do that tomorrow, and as soon as it's done, I'm going to upload it to Patreons, so you can see how bad I am at that. But yeah, I'm a massive Star Trek fan. Yeah, if you check out my channel, all of it was. That's how I started my YouTube channel. Originally was Star Trek ships from the Starship collection. Obviously that finished, so I've got all of them, which I think is 180 issues. And I've got some special ones, and I do all the books as well now. So yeah, big Star Trek fan. But anyway, that is it. The hour's up. Thank you all for. Did you like the Big Bang Theory reference to Star Trek at all? I love the Big Bang Theory. I've got it. Got all of the series on DVD, and I've got some episodes on my phone as well, actually. But yeah, I'm gonna tidy it up now. Thank you all for watching and participating and talking. It's just great, all of this sort of stuff. I love doing this. And thank you for watching. Obviously, we will catch you at the next video, next Sunday, hopefully. How is the Robocop build going? I've only done the head so far. Wayne? All right, Wayne. Yeah, I've only done the head so far. Hang on, just before I go, because I was going to come, but I didn't know you were in here. But yeah, well, there's the head, as you can see. But yeah, I'm ordering next week. I'll be ordering issues 2, 3, and 4. And as soon as they come, I'll be putting them straight on my YouTube, Patreons and things like that. But yeah, it's coming along really nicely. What I've seen so far, and what I've seen from other YouTubers in France, it looks really good. But it's the exact same as the Iron Man. So the same sort of issue. So I think issue 2 is the foot. Issue 3 is issue 2 is the foot. Issue 3 is the chest plate. Or like, yeah, and issue 4 is the hand, which is it's done the exact same way. Any chance of coming out in the UK? Not for the foreseeable future. If it runs the same way as the other partworks do, it will probably be released here when they're on over in France, when they're on probably issue 40 or 50, just like it normally runs. So at the moment, the Dodge Charger, I think most people on the Dodge Charger in France have either finished it. I've seen some people finish it. I think that might be Germany though, and I think they're up to issue 80, 86 or somewhere like that in France. And if you subscribe, I think you're up to issue 30 or somewhere like that, 30 or 40. So that seems to be, I mean, it's the same with the Iron Man as well. So most people on the Iron Man are up to issue 20 or 30. In France, they're up to issue 60, 70s. They're around the 60, 70s. So what are you building now, Wayne? What, the Iron Man? Is that what you're building now? The not the Iron Man, sorry, the Robocop. Because it's the same with I think it's the same with Hachette as well. So, oh, the Fast and Furious, yeah. So, but anyway, I'm going to go because it's going on now. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for letting me talk and stuff like that. And yeah, just hearing me rabbit each Sunday. But thank you so much for listening to me. I have been Kev, and we'll see you at the next video.